The greatest American-born hockey player of all time was traded for nothing today. How's it going, Dopamon fans? Ryan and Alex back to talk about this crazy trade that the Blackhawks have made today, sending Patrick Kane to the New York Rangers.
Yeah, as we all thought they might. The reason why they didn't get anything for him is because Patrick Kane only wanted to go to the Rangers. And the Tampa Bay Lightning gave up more for Tanner Jeannot than the Rangers did for the best American born player of all time at this point, in my opinion. Um, yeah, 50% retained, and then 50% retained by the Arizona Coyotes again. Uh, Patrick Kane joins the annals of Arizona Coyotes legends that they have seen pass through there. Uh, Currently now is on a $2.625 million cap hit. The Rangers receive a 2023 second round draft choice and a 2025 fourth round pick from the Rangers, as well as AHL sign Andy Welinski and Vili Saarijärvi from the Arizona Coyotes is rights, not signed. And for brokering the trade, from New York gets a third round pick, Arizona, from the New York Rangers. So basically, the Rangers gave up an AHL player, a second, a third, and a fourth to get Patrick Kane at 75% retained. That's I'm not gonna call that good for the Rangers, Alex.
That
Go out
was
on a limb.
the biggest steal, I think, in NHL trades history, probably. I think was probably like the biggest like outright value one-sided difference I've ever
Yeah,
seen.
yeah. This was
Like in my lifetime.
I don't even know if I want to call this robbery because the Blackhawks are kind of hamstrung. Like they didn't choose this.
Yeah.
Patrick Kane chose this.
Yeah.
So yeah, Patrick Kane is a New York Ranger after all these years.
Yeah, it's been years
Long,
coming that,
long career with the Blackhawks.
there have been discussions. The Blackhawks have talked to them about, hey, what do you guys want? You're the faces of the franchise, Kane and Taves. We talk about what that means for Taves later, but they've come to them saying, hey, we want to trade, we want to tank. Well, what do you guys want? And they're like, no, we want to win here. And clearly the Blackhawks have gone the other direction in tanking and, going through a rebuild. And it was always kind of something that loomed over them the past few years, and we all kind of knew this summer that Patrick Kane had said via his agent that he was going to wait until the trade deadline, and he will, like you said, he's the greatest American hockey player of all time. He can kind of just name where he wants to go. He's won a cup, he's won it all, he's done everything for the franchise. So how can you say no to him? And you just got to accept that. He's been everything for you, and just take whatever you can get, give him to the team, say thank you very much for, making, the Blackhawks have already been such an incredible organization historically. Obviously there's some, dark past there too, but like on the ice, they've been a really good team, and, they can, thank him for, making them an even greater, team historically. So
Yeah,
I think that,
this
just a passing off to, they got to do what they got to do.
yeah, they do. And the era is done in Chicago with Patrick Kane. Spent his entire career there. His final numbers, at least to this point, 1,161 games played, 446 goals, 779 assists for 1,225 points, 132 points in 136 playoff games, 3 Stanley Cups. Like there's not a lot more you can say about Patrick Kane that hasn't already been said. Absolutely incredible career so far, personally and team. The New York Rangers are getting one hell of a player. Um, Individually, he's won the Calder, a Conn Smythe, a Hart, Art Ross, and Ted Lindsay. He's won everywhere. He's won absolutely everywhere. And the Rangers, who got real close last year to a Stanley Cup final. Add another really talented player from the Western Conference. It's a scary notion. It's a scary notion for the Rangers here. Want to play them in the playoffs with that defense and Igor Shesterkin, and now the Patrick Kane added to the lineup. And obviously, Patrick Kane is not, prime Patrick Kane anymore, but he's not old either. He's 34 years old, 45 points in 54 games on a really bad Chicago Blackhawks team, but he's turned it on lately. I think because people were starting to wonder about his production, so he decided to flip the switch in the last 5 or 6 games or so. He had two 2-goal games and a hat trick over his last 5 or something like that. And notably, the big issue with Patrick Kane that everyone points back to is he needs hip surgery. And how effective is he going to be to the end of the regular season and hopefully for a long playoff run for the New York Rangers? Is he going to be 100%? Is he going to be able to play through it? Because he's going to, as soon as the season ends, he's having hip surgery. Like I was interested to see if he was traded and or if he wasn't traded and the deadline hit. I was wondering if he was just going to call it a season, because that's probably what he would have done. So yeah, it's if the Rangers gave up more, I'd call it a rough bet, but they didn't give up anything. So
nope.
Even if he, breaks down halfway through the playoffs, you don't really give up much for him. So
second, third, fourth, and an AHL player. That is easy to justify.
Easy to swallow. And yeah, I would have loved as a Leafs fan to see him play with Austin Matthews. Maybe he'll come play here next year. But he seems to really wants to play in New York City. So, and he's from New York State. I believe he's from Buffalo originally. The card is right there. It says Buffalo, New York. Look at that.
Yeah, I made that for you. Gosh.
So yeah, it's a great trade, 100%. I'm gonna give this for New York Rangers. I'm gonna give this a straight up A+.
They should be teaching the class. This is the second trade I feel like in a row that they've made where the player has said, I want to go there, and they paid less as a result. And the same for Tarasenko. He said, I want to go there, and it, kind of cuffed the Blues. And here, Kane said, I want to go there, and it cuffed the Blackhawks. And they've mastered trading. This is incredible that they've been able to add this much talent and have it retained. And I think that they're going for it, and they're going to be probably the scariest team. I think now, in my opinion, in the East. I don't know, the Leafs are up there. All these team Boston's up there. Some really good teams, but adding Kane, I think, could be pretty cool.
We get a Rangers Bruins. Conference final, original 6. Woo, that'd be sick. I just want to show you something here too. We'll flip over. This is Chicago's draft capital.
Yes, they've added a lot.
They've got a few picks in the first 3 rounds in the next couple years. 2 every year the next 3 years. 4 in the second round this year. 2 next year, and 2 third-round picks in each of the next couple years. And they might not be done. They're in hard sell mode. And you try to think of a guy like Andreas Athanasiou. It's easy for me to say. Max Domi. Depth defenseman. I don't know if anyone wants Jared Tenorti, but he's a depth guy. Could be a good player. But, I don't know if they're done, to be completely honest. Be interesting to see. I don't know if they're going to be able to move, a bigger player like Tyler Johnson or Seth Jones. Kind of crazy contracts. Jonathan Taves looks like he might be done for the year. So we're not quite sure about that. But unfortunate that he couldn't be moved somewhere for another playoff run. Like Kane, he's had success everywhere he goes. So it's too bad he wasn't able to go to like Winnipeg or something. I think that was the destination everyone was talking about. But anyway. Yeah, straight up A plus. Great for everyone, I think, all around, even for Chicago. Like, you're
Yeah,
getting
they
what you
they
could
got,
get.
out of Kane, they got the best they ever could have got,
Yeah,
really. They got cups, they got, a guy who put up point per game for years and best American born player ever, and that's this is their thank you to him was you can go where you want to now and actually keep winning. He still wants to win. He's a competitive guy, so
yeah. The fact they got anything for him is great.
mm,
Could have just stayed and walked. He earned that no movement clause in his
mhm,
contract.
mhm,
Full
mhm.
no move. He earned it. He won 3 cups. You win 3 cups anywhere. You can do whatever you want, dude. You've done enough for this franchise. See you later, Patrick Kane. Nice knowing you. It's Chicago. Um, yeah. Let us know what you think in the comments section down below. What do you think of Patrick Kane? Where do you think he's going to play? That's my question for the audience here.
Mhm.
Where do you think he's going to play? Is he going to play top line with like a Zibanejad? Is he going to play with Panarin? I think he plays with Panarin.
Yeah.
Panarin, Zibanejad, Kane? That'd be sick. Anyway,
Yeah, maybe. I know
scary.
Tarasenko wanted to play with Panarin. That's, part of like I know they've played internationally together for Russia, like as teenagers. So like I feel like that might be, the thing but who knows? Options really. But like they can mix it up.
Yeah. Playing
Imagine the
with
power
Trocheck and
play.
Kreider is not a
Power
bad second
play.
line either.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like on this video. It really helps us out. Subscribe if you want some more dope hockey content. Peace.